Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for joining me today. Yes, you read it correctly, how I almost got a perfect score on my instrument written test. Well, I'm just going to go over the tips I used for studying for the instrument test today and some of the apps that I recommend, but certainly there are tons of great resources out there, both paid and free, and I encourage you to find what works best for you. So when I started my instrument studying for the written exam, I decided to go with the Sporty's online course. And they do a very good job with it. They have videos and take you through every section from the initial pre-flight to rules, regulations, and weather and all that stuff that you'd expect to see on the exam. And they have some very high quality production value with the videos they make and all that good stuff. However, it didn't, that was the starting point. And then what I did next, and what I can't recommend enough, is to get Sheppard Air. So Sheppard Air is unique in the fact that they are constantly updating their database and they are pulling the questions directly from the written exam. So what you can expect is, after going through the Sheppard Air course, you shouldn't really have many surprises come time to take the actual exam. Every single question that you see on the exam, you should have seen before through Sheppard Air. For me, there was only one, possibly two, that I didn't recognize verbatim. And having missed only one, I imagine that was the one that got me tripped up there. But the unique thing about Sheppard Air is it has a unique study strategy to it. So that's what I want to kind of talk about today, is how to properly use it to make the most of it, because the app itself is very rudimentary, very simple, and that can sometimes mean it's not very user-friendly. So we're going to talk about the study strategy and how to get the most out of the app. So I'm going to go ahead and start screen recording here. All right, so when you get into the app here, it actually talks about the study strategy. You can click on it here and it talks about how to use the app properly. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to go into your study questions. And from there, you have all of your sections, from aerodynamics and aircraft, FARs, general, helicopter, which I didn't do anything with, IFR, navigation, weather, and weight and balance performance. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to start with a single section. So let's say aerodynamics and aircraft, and you're going to then say, show correct answers only. From there, you're going to say show explanations, and you're going to hit OK. What this does is it gives you the question. So you are planning an IFR flight. You need to verify the VOR equipment operational check was accomplished within the preceding 30 days. Now, this might seem a little counterproductive, or you're not really getting quizzed about it. But what it actually is doing is it is ingraining into your head the correct answer. And so what that ultimately does is, when you go back through with all of the answers, you already have in your mind what the correct answer is, and it should help that answer stand out to you because it's the only answer you've seen up to this point. And then on the right, it has the explanation. And for certain questions, not this one, let's go ahead and go again. Okay, so here's a question here. Which illustration indicates a skidding turn? So on the third page then, you'll see the illustrations. And so you can actually hide the explanation if you want to at first, and just go through the questions like this. As you're going through and you get to questions that don't have an illustration, it'll just look like this, no figures. So that is how you go through the first time. So you're going to go through each of these sections like this the first time around. From there, you're going to go through each section again. So we also did that last one in view questions in sequence A and default answer sequence. But as you go through, you're going to switch to view questions in sequence B and also the random answer sequence. So we're gonna go view questions B, random answer sequence. Go to the study questions again. The second time through, we'd make the same choices, except this time we're gonna say show all answer choices and show the explanations already there. So now when we do it, it has all the answer choices, and in order to see the answer, so the primary reason the pitch attitude must be increased to maintain a constant altitude during a coordinated turn is because the thrust is acting in a different direction, causing the reduction in airspeed. Use of pedals has increased the drag. Vertical component of lift has decreased as a result of bank. So C would be the answer. We hit answer button and it takes away the 2 incorrect answers. So that's how you go through the second time. Now, once you've gone through 2 times through every single section, then you're gonna go back and you're going to say practice test. Okay, actually I made a mistake. For step 3, you're actually gonna go back into the study questions and click on all categories combined, go through that with all the questions, then you're gonna move on to the practice test. And that's going to give you a combination, a 60 question combination of all questions, just like a real exam, and you go through and you see how you score. Now, Sheppard Air recommends that as soon as you are consistently scoring 90% or higher, you go take the exam. You don't want to wait and let that information leave your head. So that's pretty much what I did. I made sure leading up to my exam that I was consistently scoring 90% or better, and it worked out pretty well for me. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. It was a short one, but I hope that you got a little bit better understanding of Sheppard Air. They've got courses for all types of ratings except for private pilot, because according to them, the private pilot rating, there's enough free resources out there, and the test itself is unchanging enough to the point where you get pretty consistent results with all the free resources out there. But they've got everything from instrument and beyond, and it's very affordable, much cheaper than a lot of the paid courses. Again, I do recommend using Sheppard Air in conjunction with perhaps a paid course, especially if you're more of a visual learner. This is very text heavy. There's the standard figures and illustrations that you use for each given question, but there's no videos or anything like that. So if you're a visual learner and you like things really explained to you, a paid course is a great way to go, whether it's Sporties or M0A or Flight, Mitic Alpha, whatever you want to choose. Lots of great options out there. But Sheppard Air is definitely a great supplement I recommend for everybody before you go take that written exam, and I can almost guarantee you will have a successful exam. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys, today, and until next time, resume your own navigation.